Holy Grail. If you think about how the world will power itself into this later in this century and from now on, there's really only one source that has infinite potential, and we are on the verge of making that available to humankind.
In nuclear fission, energy is generated by splitting atoms apart. Fusion is the opposite. Energy is released by forcing atoms together. The source of fuel, the most abundant element in the universe, hydrogen.
Fusion is perfectly clean in the sense that the byproduct is helium, a very small amount, which is non-poisonous, and we're not going to run out of the fuel.
But getting atoms to fuse has always taken more energy than it produced. That is, until now. The National Ignition Facility uses the most advanced lasers on the planet to overcome the atomic forces.
Now, this is the world's most energetic laser. It's 100 times more energy than any other laser on Earth.
The initial beam, however, is relatively weak.
When you look at where this laser starts, the diameter of the laser is smaller than a human hair, substantially smaller, and it has very low energy.
Routing the laser through light amplifiers, it is split into 192 beams and gains a quadrillion times the energy. The beams converge on a tiny target at the center, a capsule of hydrogen 7/100ths of an inch thick. They must strike the target at the same billionth of a second.
The reaction will start to happen at 10 million degrees, and then when it starts happening, it'll go up into the hundreds of millions, even a billion degrees while it's burning.
That burn is the moment of ignition, when the atoms are expected to fuse and release the energy of a miniature star.
Even though this is an R&D facility, not an energy facility, something exactly this size would power a city of 1 million people with a few hundred gallons of water as fuel per year.
An infinite clean energy source that can power an intergalactic civilization would spark the first mass migration of humans to a new and virgin planet.